RFX Mini Talks. Today we're going to talk with Hans. Hans is from Belgium, a security manager down there that I have known for quite a long time. And he's very interesting. So we're going to talk a little bit about command and control structure and actually a lot more about command and control center. How do we coordinate things? All right. Welcome, Hans.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what is command and control structure?
All right. Well, first of all, I started to learn control rooms already 25 years ago. When we started to do Out of Techno, it was a big techno event in Ghent for, about 40,000 people indoor. And there we started to organize a control room because it was about an event for more than 12 hours, I would say, during the night, very complicated, a lot of narcotics. So we had to do a lot of crowd control and working together a lot with police because, of course, with narcotics, a lot of checkpoints for getting out the drugs. And there we learned how to work with it. And then afterwards, I worked also for a requester where we started with, let's say, a small crowd, a control room for, let's say, 10, 15 people. Now we're already with 25, 30 people. And in Tomorrowland, we are used to work with about 50 people in a control room. So it also all depends on budget. Do you have enough budget to make it bigger? Because you can make it as big as you want, and then it becomes more and more nice, and you can learn more from it.
So the main reason why you're creating a command and control room, why is that?
Well, for me it's the heart of the festival, because there you have all the information. You have all your screens for, let's say, not only for the weather, but also for mobility. You know what's happening also with your food and beverage, you know what's happening with your security, you know what's going on, not only for the weather, but anything you can imagine. Even like we are working together with the police with their helicopter. So then we can, if we want to see some footage from them when people arrive, we can use or put the screen for the helicopter from the police. So very interesting for everybody because we are together with police, with fire brigade, and everybody. So we all have the same information. And then, of course, if you have all the same information, you're really working all equal. And that's the best part. You don't lose your information from one to another. Otherwise, when you have your police sitting, 5, 10 kilometers further, you lose a lot of information. So that's not so good. And you lose a lot of time.
After the accident at Roskilde in 2000, there was a recommendation to bring people closer together. So what we have done is created an emergency management office. What you're talking about sounds more like it sounds different.
Yep.
Is there a difference in emergency management office and what you're talking about?
Well, what's the nice part of it is, of course, when you're already together with with everybody, if you're in an emergency and there's something happening, an incident, whatever, you're already together. So then you come to your emergency office, but we do even more. We make some kind of logbook even from whatever is happening. For instance, an incident at the bar, it will come first in red because everybody knows there's an incident at the bar, but everybody can see. Also police, also fire brigade, everybody will see, medical. So it means then, first of all, security will need to go there to see what's happening or to break up the fight. And then it becomes, we send them, it becomes orange. Once they say it's finished, it's green. But everybody can see it. And which means that if at the end of the festival, you can make reports and see how much time people needed to solve a problem. Not only for security, but also for police or medical.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting for next year, because then you know what went wrong, where it took too long. Maybe can be production, can be organization as well, So it's not only for us, it's also for police. Of course, they probably will never recognize they were wrong, but we don't care. We want to learn everything what goes wrong or where we can act better and faster, and it's very, very interesting.
I remember when I visited you at Tomorrowland, you had that light system in front of the doors with green, yellow, and red.
Which is also for have a security guard in front of control room. If there's something happening, well, normally it's green, and then you can invite people to say hello or to come to visit. But once it becomes orange, we can just do it with an app. It's 2 seconds. And then you can say, oh, be careful. And then security guard, or you can say, maybe if you come, I'm going to ask first if you can go inside, yes or no. Once it's red, it means there's a really crisis. Nobody can come in anymore. Yeah. So it's very interesting to manage also our own organization into the control room. Otherwise, it can be very crowded. And basically, as long as nothing's happening, we're very relaxed, of course.
Yeah, and I figure if you have a command and control room with 50 people, every organization within the organization, where's your limit? Who shouldn't be in a command and control room?
By the same, it's also about budget, of course, because you need a bigger room, and then you need extra radios.
But is there an issue of confidentiality?
No.
No, that's not an issue. Yeah. Do you face it from the police or anybody like that?
No.
Okay.
No, and also we have. First of all, you have your control room with all departments, and then we have our, let's say, our directors of the control room. Because then, when you're with so many people, sometimes you can get some discussions, and then somebody needs to take the lead and say, "No, we're going to do this."
Yeah.
So that's also an important part, that you have the head of police, head of fire brigade, head of organization. You can start to discuss under them.
Yeah.
And make a call. No, we're going to do this, which normally never happens. Only in cases of crowd control, and sometimes people from organization, they come to discuss, shouldn't we do this and that? No, then it's up to really the head of control room. No, we're going to do this. Otherwise, it's a never-ending discussion.
Yeah, when we run the festival, we have a coordinator from the campsite, for example, sitting in the command and control room. Well, he's coordinating the host, but actually that person isn't coordinating the host, because the hosts are coordinated from different offices in each camping area. Do you do it similarly?
Well, we have a dispatcher, let's say, from the campsite. He's sitting there as well. So they're more running their own business, of course. But if there's a situation that, for instance, also because we are doing, let's say, pre-party the day before, then it's more important that he's there to tell us, we need police because we have an incident or whatever. Of course, in front I already say to the police, at that time I want a team already, because I know we also have issues around that time, so be there already. Otherwise, if you need to call you and you're there, it's about 4 kilometers or 5 kilometers from where the control room is to the campsite. Yeah. So if the police needs to go from there to the other side, it takes too much time.
How many people do you have sleeping at campsite at Tomorrowland?
Tomorrowland will be 45,000, I think.
Okay. Is that your largest event that you're working on?
No, it was Coldplay in Brussels.
Coldplay in Brussels, but that's a stadium show.
That's a stadium.
So if you're talking...
Easier.
Yeah,
but
is it different with a command and control center when you do stadium shows or one-day shows?
Yeah. But also you need a control room, of course, because you need to be in touch with police, with medicals, and especially for mobility, which is quite a big issue in Belgium.
Yeah.
It's all small roads and stuff. It's very difficult to organize the mobility and the parking lot. We don't have the space like here. So we need to put everything in small cities with small parking lots and small roads, really in the countryside. So it's very difficult. So then you need good coordination between police and our own mobility team.
Yeah.
So that's why also, like in Brussels, you need to work together with the people from Metro and from the railway station. Because we want to get out to people as soon as possible, of course. But they all want to go into the same metro because it's just next to the stadium.
Yeah.
And it's not really a stadium who is modernized, I would say. It's not really a stadium to organize a festival or a band coming. And because of course, we had the Hazel accident years ago with some people getting killed. We really need to focus on every detail because the fire brigade is so anxious that something else could happen.
Yeah.
That they really want to do it good, and it's also like just like for we have the emergency exits from going out of the stadium from as we also use the ground floor, for instance, for normal football match, that we can open the doors. Let's say door 13 you need to open now, then you need to have a control room really to say now we need to do this, and that's also together with the police. Especially when people go out of the stadium, we say you have to go open that gate, and so that's very interesting to.
You've also worked in America.
Yep.
In Brazil.
In Brazil.
Is there a cultural difference in these areas?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is your final. What's the difference?
The difference. Brazil is, Brazil is quite dangerous. So there you can have even a gun on premises, and I mean, really bad people coming in with the gun. America, you can have the same problem, but that's more normal. That the patrons who come there, they bring their own guns with them, especially on campsites. So that's already very difficult, and of course, it's the quality of security is terrible.
So, all right, okay, thank you.
Cool,
very interesting. So we are now working on looking, and we should change our command and control room at Roskilde. Should give me an advice. What do I need to focus on if I change my command and control room? If I want to bring it in to the one that's everybody's looking at in 10 years and saying that's where you go to find the best one.
Yeah, you need very good screens, cameras, and then of course a good radio system, digital radios, where everybody's on the same radio system, and where everybody works together. So you need, of course, you need to speak with police, with fire brigade, with medical, that they all start to understand. Because if we do that also in Brazil or America, or in France in all the US, you need to talk to police and local departments to tell them how important it is. And in front they are not really happy to do that. But once they see how it works, they never want to do anything else anymore.
Yeah, then it works. Well, all right. Good seeing you, Hans.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. I hope you will enjoy the festival and come back in 10 years or maybe next year and see our new state-of-the-art command and control room or something we build like we normally do.
All right.
So, very interesting to hear. Thank you for your help. Thank you.